Louisiana beer reviews recorded at Mathern Supermarket, La Place, Louisiana. Today we're looking at the fourth of the series, Sierra Nevada Blindfold Black IPA. Yeah, a black pale ale. I know that doesn't make sense, but no big deal. The four-way IPA came out in 2014, and it's got India Pale Ales 4 different ways. You got your double IPA, which is your, here's the box. I wanted to show this last time, but it had sold out. And now they've got them back in. You got the Torpedo Extra IPA, which has been out for a while. Then you have the Snow Wit, which I had already. The Nooner, which is a Session IPA. I had that, and now the Blindfold, the black one. So, let's check it out. I was looking at the website last night. They said it's 6.8% alcohol, has 70 international bitterness units. Ooh. They use 2-row pale Carafa 3 barley malts. Summit, Chinook are the bittering hops, and Summit, Cascade, and Mosaic are the finishing hops. It's a very good score on Beer Advocate. The bros haven't reviewed it. 95 out of 100 on Rate Beer, and 84 out of 100 for the style. So they like it more as an overall beer than within the style, but you get those anomalies sometimes. So let's take a little taste here at 6:40 in the morning. Some people say, why you do it so early? Well, I can't do it when the store's open after 7. I got people walking all around. I'm going to be blocking them if they're trying to shop. I don't think that would be too practical. Well, this is not black, but it's very dark brown. I don't know if it's as dark as the Jingu though. We got Jingu here. Let me show you that a little bit. Alright. Yeah, it's a pretty dark brown. You can see the little more brown at the edges where the light hits it. And I think it'd be a thicker head if I had a taller glass and I was pouring it aggressively. Cream colored head. Whether it has bubbles up there or not, I can't say because it's so dark. But from what I can see on the edges, it's not hazy. Let's go with the aroma. Interesting. You get that hoppy, that fruity pineapple hoppiness, okay? But it's not overwhelming. And then you get some roasted malt, some dark roasted malt. So it's sort of an interaction there, one balancing the other. And that was my complaint recently about so many of the IPAs. It was just like a pineapple parade. The taste. Well, the taste is the pineapple parade. But not so much because you got the dark malts to balance it out. Now, you might say 70 international bitterness units, that scares me away. I'm not touching it. Someone told me yesterday he tried the Founders All Day IPA, and he said it was too bitter, and he didn't want to drink it. And he said they must call it all day because it takes you all day to drink it. That was his opinion. But you would never guess 70 IBUs. I'm telling you right now. This has got to be one of the mildest, highly bitter beers I've ever had. The mouthfeel is medium, and the finish is like, you know, most IPAs, semi-dry. It's easygoing, and this is very drinkable. You could just gulp it down, really. let's see. Blindfold, Snowwit, and Nooner. Worth trying. Not necessarily up to the Sierra Nevada standard though, because the torpedo is just so high in quality and execution. It's probably hard to match it really. But then that's the competition thing, is everybody's got to come out with something constantly. You know, Samuel Adams doing the same thing. They got their exquisite standbys, you know, their Boston Lager, their Boston Ale, their Cream Stout, their Black Lager, and then they are throwing in all this other stuff. Oh, and their light beer, which is so good. I'm looking at this whole show, which is so good for a light beer. But then they throw in a lot of this other gimmick stuff, if you will, and it doesn't really come across too well. Although the Rebel IPA was very good up on, but like Tom the Beer Whisperer said, it's not really a West Coast style beer. But anyway, I was reading a book. I read the whole book. I was looking through it last night, checking it off with a pencil, the ones I've had. It's called 300 Beers to Have Before You Die. Oh, and by the way, the Blindfold, I'll give it a B+. It's very good, but, you know, like Beer Advocate saying, very good. But I wouldn't go to excellent. For a really dark beer, I think this one is better. And this is Jingu from Brazil. It is really roasty, though. You might... Light and dark, smooth as silk. Yeah, I'll go along with that. It's light-bodied. It's smooth as silk. But it's really roasted. I don't know how that would appeal to you. I think it's pretty. And that book says to try it. And here's another one in that book, 300 Beers to Try Before You Die. And this is the Fuller's ESB. Oh man. Oh man. What a fantastic beer. But there's a whole lot of fantastic beers here I can see. They just started getting in the Founders. Here's the Founders Porter, which I reviewed. I posted yesterday. Oh wow, that is arguably above an A+, arguably world class, but at least an A+. So anyway, no use going on and on and on. But Juke Joint, real nice IPA. So anyway, Laissez les bon temps rouler. This is a very good beer at the minimum. And I'm going to say, y'all come on down to New Orleans and come down to Laplace right outside New Orleans. And, excuse me. Check out Mathern's huge and growing and interesting, etc., beer selection.